getting back to beating the Cats has got to be on a yearly basis, has got to be a top priority for Shane Beamer. If you're going to get back to legitimacy and being a legit program and getting closer at least to the level that Steve Spurrier had you on, competing year in and year out in the SEC East and the SEC as a whole, you've got to beat Kentucky on an annual basis. Bottom line, you look at this game. Kentucky's a very, very good football team. And I think this game, Alex, is going to serve much more as a measuring stick for South Carolina. I want to warn fans right now, though, and I'll be doing this throughout the week. The season's not over if you lose to Kentucky. I actually picked Kentucky as a loss in the preseason and still picked the Gamecocks to get the 6 wins. However, Alex, you cannot deny this is a huge game and a huge opportunity for Shane Beamer and his team this Saturday.
100%. I mean, it's your SEC home opener. And you've got I think you've got an opponent that you're on infinitely more equal footing with, that you can go out there and, lines at 5. So that's basically can go either way. So, you go out there and you play to the best of your ability and see what happens. I mean, because at the end of the day, I don't think Kentucky's 6-6, 7-5 team, maybe 8-4 if you can win a couple. So they're more or less on equal footing with us, and so I think being able to play up to this opponent, and if you're able to get a win out of it, that is huge for the rest of the way.
I'll let you share perspective, Alex. What would you say to fans? Because one of my biggest fears, I think, for this weekend, and again, I'm not trying to, look at the glass half empty. I'm just trying to provide some perspective, because South Carolina could lose this football game Saturday. They could. They're an underdog. They could. They certainly could. Again, I picked you to lose in the preseason. What do you say to fans? Because my biggest concern is, and whether they say it publicly, whether they actually say it vocally, or they think it, one of the reasons this game is so big for Shane Beamer is because if you lose this game, night game, home opener, SEC opener, if you lose this game, you know it and I know it. There's going to be a lot of fans that say to themselves, here we go again. We got another coach that can't beat Kentucky. Like, what is Shane Beamer doing? Like, I mean, there were people that were upset after this past weekend, which is nuts to me. So it's going to happen after Kentucky, though. Like, What do you say to fans? I mean, I think you and I both understand and have perspective. Hey, it's the 4th game in the first year. You got to let him build. But, I mean, what would you say to those fans that, like, just to be the calming voice where people don't overreact and just pull a quick trigger on what's going on right now?
I mean, my number one would be we lost at App State. We lost to App State at home less than 2 years ago. We've already matched last year's win total. Like, we're 3 games into the season, everybody. Pump the brakes here. Like you said last week, they're coaches. They're not wizards. So you can't just, conjure up wins out of thin air. And, we're finally, I think, for the most part, other than Sherrod Green, basically back to 100% health on offense, or at least it looks like it on this point. Yeah. So, you're going to have your full complement of weapons practicing together throughout this entire week. So let's see what it looks like.